other projects are here. We initiated and completed 44 projects in number, spanning through all the work in the education, water, provision of some schools. So this one is the one that is cited here, again for the people of the local government. Some we are constructing a deputy council secretariat for officers and officials. The 3,500 sitting capacity hall with a gallery. There are toilet facilities behind here. Then up there, somebody you can just have a meeting point for if you have any small meeting to have.
How did it take to build this place?
It took me 2 years to build it.
Where did you get the funding from?
From allocation, federal allocation, and some internally generated revenues.
And how much did it cost you?
About 260 million naira.
No, sorry, you said,
with the seat.
You said federal allocation. Does that mean from the federal government or state?
Yes. There are some other projects that are ongoing, like we are building a befitting council office complex with the secretariat. But
what about government projects? No, we are talking about seeing this edifice. I must say that this is beautiful.
As of the local government, we have 11 wards, and in all the wards, in each of the wards, we have health centers, and our local government intervenes in some wards, in some health centers. But I want to thank His Excellency for intervening massively in not only in health sector, in schools, in agriculture, in everything. So what we are doing, we have a health center, but the place is far now. I could have shown you what the council did. We have in all the wards, we have each ward we provided 2 boreholes. We I don't know where is the district. Depending on where, if there is an occasion, we made an average of 300,000 naira a month. Because the functions are done at weekends.
Right. Are the opposition parties allowed to use this hall?
Everybody is open to everybody, provided you can pay. It's not for free. 100,000 event. Anything, anytime you want, provided you pay me. Yes.
No, the question is, do you have
other parties, because like Labour Party, when they did their convention, they came here and they paid us.
And they don't mind doing the convention side by PDP secretariat.
I will go to take part. There is a skill acquisition center that is ongoing, and we have trained from about 20 individuals, those that came out of school, at least for them to have a meaningful job for themselves. In addition to that, there are some that are applying the route. We provided 56 vehicles for them, just for them to earn a living from that, and also 500 motorcycles. The record is there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is how much we can stay. This is again a very good project. Just like we had at Ekotekpene, they are building 2 markets with boreholes. Here we have a beautiful hall, you know, that is more or less a community center now for all activities, for revenue, for bringing people together, weddings, naming ceremonies, community meetings, party conventions. This is really very, very good. We are impressed by the quality of this hall. And as we go around, we want to see the evidence of local governments. Because all over the country, people are asking, what are local governments doing? What are local governments doing? So I've decided as part of this National Good Governance Tour, each state we go, we will want to see what local governments are doing. And from the 2 I've seen in Akwa, there is evidence of work by local governments. And but as you know, most important thing about local government administration is the running of primary schools. Today we are talking about quality of education coming down because the public primary schools are not being properly run and they are under the authority of local governments. Local markets, local primary schools, boreholes, community centers, but particularly about agriculture and primary schools. What are you doing about your primary schools in terms of management, monitoring, supervision, and infrastructure?
Thank you, Honorable Minister. The problem we have in the monitoring of local or primary schools, one of the problems is that SUBEP, by the time you go and SUBEP has that direct control, but it is funded by, primary education is funded by local government. At times, we go to a primary school and ask, because I can recall last year when I went to one school, as at 9 o'clock, children were still loitering the street. So I went and accosted the headmistress who said that she's answerable to SUBEP. So the problem we have in the local government system is that we don't have direct control of teachers, and yet we are paying them. I feel that portion of the constitution should be amended so that there is this adage that says that whoever pays the piper dictates the tune. This one, you are paying people, and yet we don't have direct control. So I want to say, Honorable Minister, that we have done our best to assist the government, because the governor has provided infrastructures and everything for free education. So that is the area we have problems. Another thing is agriculture, because I forgot to mention, there's a model farm we have. We are growing cassava, very big, about 20 acres of land. We are trying to see what we can do to feed our people and make them do good and feel healthy.
Well, this question about primary schools, I would like is the Commissioner for Education here? I would like an answer to it. I say so because, like I've always told people, I used to be a primary school teacher and a headmaster. And I know that usually every local government should have a director of education. And that the supervisory council for education and secretary. And the local authority supervises and visits primary schools to see what is happening in those schools. Yes, SUBEP is very important because you need to coordinate the activities statewide. So we are worried about stakeholders, and we continue to say that for our primary schools to function, there must be community ownership. The various communities should be organized so that they are monitoring the schools, the local governments are monitoring, the state governments also monitoring, because the more, the better. Nothing stops SUBEP from going around through school inspectors. Nothing stops the local government chairman and the supervisory councillors going to schools to see what is happening in his local government. If you see that people are loitering, you invite the headmaster, you invite the head school teacher, you will file your report, you will call for discipline. You know, this power is not given, you have to appropriate it. So I think the combined effort of local government, of communities, local government and state governments is what is going to lead to proper management of our schools. So I would like to see how this is being done.
Well, thank you, Honorable Minister, Honorable Commissioners, the Chairman of Essien local governments, gentlemen of the press. I think I would like to agree with the Honorable Minister that all stakeholders have a role to play in ensuring that things are done right in the education sector, especially at the primary school level. SUBEP is not an autonomous agency. SUBEP is an agency of government, of the state governments. And if there are administrative lapses, certainly we will address them. And I want to say that in Uyo, the capital city, the Honorable Minister observed, even members of the team, that during school hours when we were out on Thursday and on Friday, no child was seen on the streets. No child was seen on the streets. Any child who should be in school was in school. And I had pointed out that in this state, we have the Child Rights Act, which makes it mandatory for all children who should be in school to be in school, and for guardians or parents who do not ensure that their wards or children are in school to be prosecuted. It is a criminal offense punishable under that law. So I would urge the local government chairman, just like we have done in the capital city, to closely monitor what is happening in their local governments, working with the local education authorities to ensure that this law is enforced. I would like to also inform the Honourable Minister that one area that we have also had a robust partnership with the local government councils is in the area of security. We provided over 400 Hilux jeeps and other security equipment for the security agencies in the state. And the local governments made quite substantial contributions. Every local government donated at least 5 jeeps to support and complement the efforts of the state government. So in the area of security, it has been a partnership that has worked, and the local government chairmen who are in charge of security in their domains have worked very closely with the state government to ensure that we have a safe and peaceful state. I thank you.